Hey everyone, kind of thought I'd do a little video here on a different approach to lighting and powering of a model. This kind of came about because of the 1/44 scale fine mold and the Bandai Millennium Falcon that I have coming. I wanted to find a good way to light it and power it without any exterior switches or anything like that. No wires. I really hate doing that. This kind of came about with the Mobius B9 that I built. I wanted a way to charge its batteries to where I didn't have to keep separating its waste to get access to the batteries that were inside it. So on eBay I came across these wireless charger modules. At least that's what they refer to them as. They're actually wireless power transfer modules. You can use them for charging, you can use them just for powering things. These are not QI compatible, I don't believe. I've not tried it, but that's not what I was going after. I just needed the transmitter to work with the receiver, to work with what I was going to put them into. So here's a little example here. Here's the coil. Here's a little voltmeter that I've hooked up. These are the 12 volt, and you'll see a lot of them on eBay that'll be 5 volts. I didn't want the 5 volt version. I wanted enough overhead that I could step it down to do what I want to do. So that's why I focused on the units that had the 12 volt output, not the 5 volt. I'll start bringing this close in. You'll see up here, yeah, it's about an inch and a half, and I'm at 2.7 volts. Keep coming in, and you'll see the voltage keeps rising until it gets to its matched voltage. I'm sending in 12.5, and that's what I'm measuring here. And here I'm still at about let's see how far I am here. I'm going to be doing this in inches, folks. I'm sorry, I don't have my millimeter scale close by, but it's about 4/10 of an inch gap there, and I'm getting 12 volts. I can bring it up pretty far, and I'm now at about half an inch. Now, even though the voltage is the same, current load, you will see it affecting this. Right now I'm just running this little meter, not a whole lot of current being drawn off of this board, so that's why it appears as though I've got quite a gap, and not really seeing a whole lot of compromise in my voltage. Anyhow, what I did here was on my way back from the Chevy dealership, getting my nice brand new 2016 Chevy Volt, I stopped by Smith Brothers. It's the only reason why I would be up in the north end of the valley. I'm over here in the southern part, Woodland Hills, so I don't get over to Smith Brothers that often. I bought the inexpensive SnapTite Revell model with the cheesy sound effect board, and you know, I guess for 22 bucks or 19 bucks or whatever you get it for, it's okay, but that's not my cup of tea. Also, there's a lot of inaccuracies, but it made a good test bed for my little build that I want to put into my Bandai and fine molds. What I did was sealed off where the battery compartment went, and that's about the extent that I'll do as far as finishing this off, because it's just my test bed. But inside, what you'll see here is, here's the receiver coil here. Cut away quite a bit of the plastic to get it to fit in there. There's the board here. What I did was, so I don't have to use an on-off switch, I put in a little mechanical relay. This is a 5 volt double pull, double throw relay. Bought a bunch of these, like 100 of them for some ridiculously insane price. Had to have been under 15 bucks off of eBay, and I've used them in other projects, but what I'm using it for here is I've got it wired up to where when the unit goes over the transmitter coil, it will turn on the module which arms the relay, and the normally open contact is where the battery sits. So it basically will complete the circuit, bring in the battery into play, and will hold the coil while there's enough voltage in the battery to maintain it. Now, the advantage here is you never want to have a battery, especially NiCads and nickel metal hydrides, with a continuous load right down to depletion. Otherwise, they chemically destroy themselves. I can't give you the technical term, but just put a load on an NiCad or nickel metal hydride for any length of time, and you'll come back and it'll be toast. This takes that problem away. The relay will only load this battery down as long as the coil has enough power to keep the switch contacts closed. So it's kind of a clever way of not having a power switch on the outside. Plus, this way here I can illuminate the model and be able to pick it up and fly it around the room like I know all you guys do. You know, none of us want to admit to it, but we're kids at heart, and that's why our wives and girlfriends just roll their eyes at us. So, enough talk. Let me move this back and I'll show you what happens here. There we go. And boom. Now, what it's doing is it's not only powering the lights, which what I used for this particular light was I was going to use an Arduino, but bought these guys quite a while ago off of eBay. They're a LED controller, and they have various modes with speed controls and intensity, and they're designed to hook up to these 12-volt LED strips. And this is what they look like. There we go. And I think they were like about $1.50 a piece. Dirt cheap. And as I said, they have a couple of different modes. There's actually 6 settings. But one of the settings that I liked was this random effect, and you can change its speed. I have it on high, and it makes for a pretty good inexpensive engine effect. I have that here facing up, so I can go in there and have access to these buttons, because one thing that I want to do with this particular experiment here is I want to make sure that since this is a soft touch program or setting, will the memory remain intact as the voltage dissipates, because once the relay is armed, that battery is going to just sit there and discharge, taking the electronics with it. And when you start getting into these really low voltages, what effect will it have on whatever little microcontroller they have in there? So far, it's not reset my settings, and I've been able to keep it on the supply, pull it away from the supply, and let it bleed off. And when I put it back on, I'm still getting the flicker effect, which is not too bad. And here I've got the front headlight effect, and then the two back here where the missile launchers are. Just thought I'd show this. It's a pretty nice alternative to having ugly wires go in there and then having a power switch hanging on the outside. It lets you display the model in all its glory and still be able to pick it up and handle it without again having to deal with wires that you'd have to plug in, anything like that. Now, the batteries that I used are what are known as 1/3 AAA nickel metal hydrides. I got the original ones from a bunch of these. These are stun guns that I got again off of eBay in bulk for like about $6 a pop. And oops, did I just? Okay, I guess my charge. Yeah, okay. I guess I don't have enough power, or else it blew out. That's one of the reasons why I bought them, was they were so cheap. But I used the battery packs out of them. I take them apart and made the 6-cell pack that you see in there for this particular build. I'm going to probably post a thread over in Hobby Talk and maybe elsewhere with a little bit more detail, pictures, links to where you can get the wireless chargers and the battery packs and the LED drivers for the engine effects. So I'll see you over at Hobby Talk. Bye.